Yo YouTube fam, welcome back to another video of the Karma TV series. We are back with our third video of the Karma poll on Instagram. It was really interesting getting to see what your results were from last week, but this week we got another wave for y'all going into the new year. So the first one that we got was from Ruben. It is, who do you think should have got the Colossal Titan, Erwin or Armin? And it was kind of going back and forth for a long time, but it ended up being 50-50 split. So what do y'all think?
Nah.
Really?
Literally at the last minute, it was 50-50 split.
I'm gonna get this one out right now. Erwin deserved it 1000%, and if you say otherwise, it's because you love Armin.
Yikers.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was gonna start this off with I'm an Armin stan, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know why, but
that's my dog.
Ooh,
so
why?
We heard Mike. He was very adamant. Erwin.
Yeah, Armin gets my vote 100%.
I'm definitely going Erwin.
I feel like Erwin is the logical choice, but I feel like it wouldn't have been as good if Armin. I mean, if Erwin would have got that compared to how Armin has it. So I'm gonna go Armin.
Are you saying the show wouldn't be as good without Armin?
I think the show. I feel like the show.
Hold on.
Wouldn't have been.
What is Armin bringing to the table that I'm not saying?
No. Like I was gonna say, Erwin. Like as far as what's this shit called? Like experience and battle ready and all that stuff. I feel like Erwin, is the better choice. Yes, but I'm saying as far as plot and stuff. Aaron and Armin both having Titans and stuff like that is pretty cool. It's just like
you changing the question though. It ain't who's better with plot.
It's just who do you think
is better? Who do you think if you're in the situation who deserved it?
Oh yeah, Erwin deserved it. 100%.
I don't know, man. I feel like the teamwork they could pull out. I don't know.
I just
Second of all, no, definitely Erwin. Mostly because Armin. Don't get me wrong, Armin's decent leader. The problem is, time and time again, too much has to happen before Armin comes to a decision. Like his back has to be against the wall before he goes, oh, I have an idea. Meanwhile, Erwin's like, hey guys, we're all just gonna go out there and die. You understand me?
Yeah.
Bet.
You have.
I mean, my man really encouraged the whole gang to go out and die. Like, come on now, Armin. They would have died right there, waiting on Armin to figure it out.
I mean,
dropping like fives one by one.
We look at it from the standpoint of Armin did sacrifice himself and turn into crisp.
Oh yeah, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
but it's not enough.
A lot of sacrifices have happened in this world.
No, I know, but that was his plan though. It'd be different. He just was like, I'm going out there to die. He planned that and it worked. Same thing like where Erwin did his plans. Same thing. I feel like they're in the same realm of people. Like as far as like Armin's like a little Erwin.
Tactician.
I just think battle ready.
They only won with Armin.
Yeah.
I think battle ready wise, when you're looking at it in this situation, Erwin has way too much experience to give it to somebody with air quote potential. That's all I'm saying. And Armin definitely has potential, but in a real situation, are you going to give it to the guy with potential or the guy who has proven that his experience can actually pull you through some situations?
I still think Erwin would have been able to do well with it, but I do think based off the whole, he's kind of supposed to be like his, not disciple, but somebody who's going to surpass him because he did show that he had some creative abilities as far as like his plans. Like it shows he definitely got the potential, but I'm still with you, Mike. I think Erwin, with all the experience he already got in leading everybody and able to motivate everyone, I think Erwin definitely. But we can move on to the next one though. And the next one was Khalil's jump, which is which of the two anime adaptations had the worst ending? Soul Eater or Death Note? 46 on the Soul Eater, 54% going to Death Note. So most people think Death Note stinks as far as the ending goes.
Alright, I'm gonna start this one off with saying both endings trash as hell. Like I hate it. I don't even think Death Note is a good anime anymore as to just how bad the ending was for me. But the Soul Eater takes the. I'm sorry. Like there's no way.
To me, I definitely vote Soul Eater,
terrible.
Especially since they changed the entire ending from what it was in the manga. At least from what I've read. I read it a long time ago. I should have read up on it. But I think it was supposed to be Kids W, not Maka's W, but I guess since she's
It's
the
definitely,
main character, it it is what it is. Hey, you have courage. My heart, my weakness, courage.
Right.
That's
Ooh,
garbage.
boy. The W.
Don't get
she
me wrong,
got.
Nier cheated,
Hell no.
but that was bad. Courage is awful.
He was like, "Oh, bravery, my one weakness." What the fuck? No, it was bad. It was bad. And then
Mike,
fucking
and what y'all thinking too, by the way?
I've only seen the ending of Soul Eater.
Ant
And I know my
refused
stance
to
on
watch
that.
this.
Oh my
Watch
goodness,
it.
we ain't even gonna
I
go there.
will
Ant literally
not
jumped to the
watch it.
finale.
Yeah, I will not watch it. That ending is trash. If you're talking about Death Note being that, the ending being trash, I'm not gonna watch that either. If it's as bad as y'all making it seem like.
They gassing it. You watch Death Note. Don't you? The
No, I didn't.
ending of Death Note is bad, but
It
I
is
never
bad.
watched Death Note.
don't.
I feel like I'd still choose Death Note over Soul Eater just because that joint was so anticlimactic.
That's what I
You
If I had to
what?
choose-
Hold on. You'd say if you pick
I would
it,
choose
you think
Death
it's
Note
worse
as
than
the
Soul
worst.
Eater?
Yeah. It's
I mean, it's
so
saying
anticlimactic,
anime-
and the ending of it is so slow. I'm like, all right, yes, I
It
get
is
it.
slow.
With Soul Eater, there was ass pull, but it was still like a fight in the end. Just because
What
far as the anime adaptation, yes, they didn't follow the whole thing of what they should have done in it, but at least it wasn't some slow nonsense. Like there was
That's
still
true.
build up, there was still a fight.
The Death Note
Hell
ending
no.
didn't feel the same as the entire show altogether. If I had to choose something, I would have to go with Death Note 2 just because it's more commercially successful, I'd say, too. But
But I mean,
that's the only take I
the
can
Death
add
Note
to
You pick it
it.
because of ratings?
I mean, if you're saying which one is the worst movie adaptation, they both have bad endings, we can establish that. So what separates the two bad endings?
Facts.
How bad
I guess
it
it's where
was.
it came from, like the source
I
material.
feel.
I mean,
like
if they're
I'd be more
both
excited
bad
to watch
endings,
Soul
how bad
Eater's
it is.
ending than to be watching Death Note's ending.
Yeah, which one could you watch 10 times?
Definitely.
I'd rather watch the Death Note ending.
100
I
I never
bro,
watched it.
Y'all like sitting looking outside. the
Yeah, I was about to
window
say, y'all might as well
when
watch
it's raining,
paint dry.
a cup of hot tea or some shit.
Yeah,
What are you
but-
talking about? Bruh. It
That
was
joke
bad.
bore-
I
They're-
got
it
you.
sounds
You
like
got
they're
you.
both
13
bad.
seconds.
So you want to
They're
see
pretty
Maka?
bad.
She literally. So Mike, you haven't seen Soul Eater, so you saying Death
better
Note
wrap it
like
up in 5
doesn't really bother
seconds,
me. Amari seen both. Maka literally beat the Kishin. Is this like this well-known god tier type, nobody can touch esque kind of monster, right? Whatever. She beat the best name with bravery, literal bravery.
Pretty much.
Hey man,
Like we're
Disney
not meaning
And he blew up.
like
Oh my
I'm
God.
brave, so he died.
He blew up.
not a
That's how
meme.
it went.
We gonna go on to the next one though. So the next one I came up with, which was who do you think would win in the versus battle? Julius, which is the Wizard King from Black Clover, or Meliodas from the Seven Deadly Sins. In the beginning of it, it wasn't as bad as it turned out, but I don't know what the heck happened in the last few hours, but it ended up being 30% to Julius and 70 going to Meliodas. So what do y'all think? That that turn just surprised me.
See, this one's funny too because I read Seven Deadly Sins and watched Black Clover, but I do think Meliodas should be able to send everything back at the Wizard King, and that's a problem. The full counter is really a problem. So I kind of agree with this. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was about to say, so there was somebody that argued with me about it, funny enough, but I did give like the argument, and I'll look back at the message. His name was Modove or Maurice, but he was like, if all of attack that Julius can throw at him is match based, then he has an attack that can literally be reflected that he throws at him. And I responded with, yeah, that's true. I can see where you're coming from, but we also cannot forget that one, if Meliodas isn't quick enough to react, then all he gets is his arm cut off, like when he was fighting against the demons to begin with. When he first encountered them.
But see, I
and
feel
I said
like they
also,
both move like
if he
speed.
gets trapped in that bubble, then what was it? That time bubble? It
Yeah.
literally stops them in place. They can't get out of it. So if he's not quick enough to react to Julius in the first place, and that bubble popping up around him, how can he full counter something he's already in?
So it's a battle of speed. So who's faster than the other?
Yeah, I feel like with Julius, I feel like he's definitely a lot faster to react. Like I've seen Meliodas move, but I don't know, has he moved against that many targets coming to him at once light speed?
What do you mean, like at once? Are you talking about like how
when
Julius was getting hit with the whips?
Fighting the
Elf King.
What's his Lich? Yeah. Like he literally wasn't getting touched. The only reason that he
I mean, I see what you're saying, but then that still also goes on how fast was Lich.
Meliodas.
No, Lich. If Lich isn't that fast, and of course the WizardKing can dodge it, this is like an actual death battle. We need the numbers because whoever's faster than the other, you know, I'm sure there's some feat in Seven Deadly Sins that I just can't think of because I've only read it once, that, you know, or how fast Arthur is in comparison, because you got to keep in mind the wizard Meliodas is hella durable too. Like he's not not just some slouch. Like he's getting hit by Escanor. Remember when he met Bond and they were like punching each other back and forth and back and forth,
his life energy and all that. Yeah,
they were literally they were moving pretty quick, hitting each other because what's his name couldn't even see it. So I don't know. I think they're both pretty fast. I think they're both light speed. You know, that's kind of a thing in anime now, but it's a battle of the speeds.
I just felt like the Wizard King would eventually learn how to adapt to the fight as well because of all the people who've been fighting.
So based on his people in his own world,
I do think that Meliodas, as far as like you said with the durability factor, I do got to put that more into consideration too, though. But durability versus reaction time.
I haven't seen Black Clover. Is the Wizard King strong?
Yeah, he's strong.
Yes,
he's the Wizard King.
Like strength, like strength wise, not powerful.
Like arm strength.
You mean like,
we don't know because he's never had to use arm strength. It's a wizard world.
Been able to touch him.
It's a wizard world.
Been able to touch him.
Okay, I'm about to say Bond and Meliodas destroyed a building.
They throw hands.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like hella durable. It's not like they're flinching at all.
50 seconds off, by the way. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I see what you're saying though, Amari, because Julius can manipulate time. So just throwing that in there, that's something Meliodas can't do.
Yeah, Julius would win. I feel like I haven't watched a lot of Seven Deadly Sins. The most I've seen is when he caught that spear in the beginning. When he threw it across the world,
that's a good point though, because who in Black Clover is casually destroying a city with one hit?
Yeah, he caught a whole spear and dragged him through a city.
That's true, but I was about to say what
was in the beginning
move that Lich did against the city, that last jump.
But if you have to charge that up, like that's his final move. That was casual.
Walked out and threw it. And that's it. He was like, we grabbed this, walked out the castle and launched that jump. So
true.
And he caught it. So I feel like it would be a good fight, but the fact that we're putting that Julius can manipulate time. I don't know nobody can really manipulate time like that in that world. So
cool. True. I like this one. It was a good one.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. This was Ants, which group would win in this battle, which is the Eye of the Midnight Sun from Black Clover, or the 12 Moon Demons, or the 12 Kizuki from Demon Slayer. And this one was 35% going to the Midnight Sun, 65 going to the 12 Moon Demons. What do y'all think?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna say I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead. You can start it.
The Midnight Sun, because me and Mike talked about it off camera for a little bit, but I feel like the Midnight Sun, even though they lost as bad as they did, I feel like they have I feel like they should get a little bit more credit, just for the simple fact that I can't think of his name, but the guy who fought them in that underwater world,
the beast guy.
Yeah, I feel like he was really strong, and then I don't know if we're gonna count Lich in that too.
He is a part of them. He is a part of them.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like Lich and that other guy who can steal powers from people. I feel like it would be a really good fight because out of the 12 demons, I think we've only seen. I don't think we've seen all 12. Cause I know Muzan. I think it's Muzan. I think he killed all of them at the end of season 1. I believe.
He killed the lower six.
Yeah,
so there will be a new lower six.
The top ones got killed. I don't remember exactly how the one with the 6 arms. I don't remember exactly how she died. I know she said his name and she died. I don't remember exactly the reason behind it.
She wasn't in. She wasn't actually
part
a
of
demon.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. So like the only one
upper 6 haven't been killed in a long time.
So the only one that was killed was Rui, right? Wasn't he top 6?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Who was he, 7?
Yeah.
What was he?
No, he was
top.
he was in the low 6.
Yeah.
Oh wow, so we haven't seen top 6 at all.
No, we haven't
No.
seen any of the top 6.
Oh,
They haven't
Technically,
shot
we
on
don't
it.
see him until the movie.
Pretty much.
So I don't know. I can't really give an accurate opinion because I haven't seen the movie or read the manga.
For this one,
I'm gonna leave it at even then because I don't know.
For this one, I feel like it has the same problem as the last one because we haven't seen the 6 in their output. I'm surprised that the Midnight Sun lost this much because we've seen them like attacking, blowing up parts of cities casually. Like that arc in Black Clover went crazy. I haven't seen anybody in Demon Slayer even break a building.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They're definitely like ground level. Like
Yeah.
trees.
So I kind of have the Midnight Sun. I really have Lich kind of soloing as far as now, unless Muzan from the Demon Slayer, because I put him with that group too, unless he a GOAT, which I assume he is.
I would assume so.
You know, I want to see somebody go up against Lich. Not just, even the whole team is just making it worse to me.
Yeah.
What you got?
We got a
Omar,
minute
you
left,
see?
but to be completely honest, like I kind of feel like the reason why most of people are going with Demon Slayer on this one is because of the whole, they can't die unless you have like that core or whatever, that slice off their neck or whatever.
Right.
I think that's what they're going off of. But
Yeah, that's like
at
the
same
limit
time,
fallacy.
you know,
But see, I don't like that in
it's
death
like,
battles
if you're-
because it's
no,
like,
no,
what's
no,
the point of putting them in a fight?
I feel like though, even though that's true, right? Because this kind of plays off of the whole Wolverine joke. Like any part of his body can get chopped off, but he can grow back unless it's his head. But if your whole body is obliterated, you have nothing to regenerate from. So that's why I kind of
Unless you're
still agree with
Wolverine
you.
or
Like
Hulk.
I was about to say, if literally to just keep demolishing that same molecule of them over and over.
He
and
has
over,
the
like,
whip. We already talked about
his,
that.
His power is light too, and they don't like sun. So I feel like that kind of plays off of them kind of one by one getting dropped.
Yeah, I can see it.
So, but I really think it's just that technicality of, they can't die because they don't have the sword. But it's like, don't forget, Lid has light, and so does that fire girl. But
I feel like light and sun are different.
yeah, to some
Actually,
I don't think them
technicality.
going inside of a
They're still
house.
similar.
Nah,
like,
that is
burn.
it's similar. Nah, it is similar.
similar,
The
right?
elements are with the wizards. That's why there's mud, there's earth, water, fire. There's all the elements. That is sun. That is literal light.
Still
Because
similar.
Yami's literal darkness.
Yep.
That's true.
So
But we gonna move on though to this last one, which was Mike's, and he said, "Who do y'all got winning this fight? Levi from Attack on Titan or Thorkell?" And boy, was this true.
Oh boy.
Everybody was going for Levi. It was 75% to 25% Thorkell, like a complete 180 to the last time Thorkell was in a battle. So what do y'all think?
Where you at, eh?
yeah, and started off.
I mean,
This man
we
can
talked
throw
about it, but like I said before, we didn't give the stip of not having ODM. It's no way Thorkell can compete with Levi with ODM gear. I don't think Thorkell's even seen anyone flying in that time era in general because of how far back in time they are. So I don't know how he would be able to compete with someone flying all over the place. So I can't really argue Levi winning that fight.
Why didn't you
Levi
say it's
definitely
not?
takes that fight 100%.
Why didn't you say it's not? It's an ass whooping. What happened to that?
It is. I mean, it is an aspect. You see it by the numbers, but I'm saying it's still regardless.
So then let me put in
can't argue
perspective.
that.
If he doesn't have the ODM and just seeing
Well,
how
yeah, I
Levi's
feel
really
like
quick on his feet.
without it, it's a good fight
Easy.
without it. Thorkell's not a Titan. Like, no way, shape, or form. He's a Titan in his own realm, but not as far as like Titan in general. So Levi takes that fight 100%. So that's how I'm looking at that.
Well, with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Put in the comments below if you agree with whatever topics we went over, whether you agree, whether you disagree. Even leave suggestions. We're gonna put up, our IG profile like we did the other time. You can go there, DM us if you have any ideas or suggestions as far as what we can mention in our next upcoming TV polls. And with that said, we'll see you later.
Peace.
Next time.
Say something. There you go. See, I knew you was going to try to be sneaky.